everyone. We'll get started in just a minute or two. Dev, why don't you say a few words so we can make sure they can hear you?
I am barely fucking alive, my dudes.
I'm mostly alive. Okay, they can hear both of us. Let me get a sip of water here.
I did like 9 hours of retail plus an hour drive each way. I am fucking dead.
Okay, ready, Dev?
Yep.
Welcome to the WtW podcast. We're here to entertain and inform a bit while talking about Digimon. I'm Mark. I run WtW and produce Digimon on Blu-ray.
I'm DevQ and I wish to be a cryptid in the woods.
How has the past week been treating you, Dev?
Exhausting.
It feels like fall. It feels like fall should be easier. Instead, it just gets darker, colder, and yeah.
I mean, generally I like that
No,
because
so do I.
I
But
live I live in the woods. It smells fantastic because rotting leaves are delicious, but also retail.
yeah, this isn't the season for fun at retail.
No, it is soul destroying,
But
body
hey,
destroying.
we have episode 3 of Digimon Beatbreak to talk about.
It was delightful.
Having him listen to cassettes, I can't decide if that's fun or if that's getting into like Hero with the toolkit.
No, I mean it's probably more convenient than carrying around like vinyl.
You're right, but it also falls into and a lot of people are like, oh, of course he would listen to cassettes because his e-pulse screws up the Sapotama so he can't listen to music. That's where it
There's
kind
TVs.
so that's where it kind of trips from where it starts to trip a bit is if his e-pulse is that unstable, could he even function in that society?
And honestly, my first thought when I saw the cassette was like, oh neat, it's like Shinji from Evangelion. And then the second thought was like, oh hey, I wonder if it's a tie-in with the cassette
No.
adventure thing that they did recently. Just like a
See,
little fun little
see, I
throwback.
didn't think of Shinji for two reasons. The first was, am I wrong, or wasn't Shinji what's the Sony format? Mini discs?
I think so,
And
but it
two,
still looked like a
and
cassette
two,
player.
when they did that, that was like modern at the time. In fact, that was probably Sony sponsoring to get that in.
I don't know, but it's very interesting.
And then fishing.
Yes. With guns.
Yeah. But yeah, the Sapotama flashback is where I kind of went, I wonder if they're going a bit too far with him and the E-Pulse shocking. Because I just, well, like I said, I don't know if he could actually function in that society if everything's as unstable as it appeared to be.
I wonder how often it actually happens, because it looked like each of those flashbacks were like years apart.
Yeah, but it was also common enough that other kids were aware it happened with him around when he was being like
Look, you do
kind of
something wrong
shunned.
around other kids, it will be like that for decades. They
Yeah,
will never.
you're not wrong, but yeah. So let's see.
Also, I'm surprised that the Sapotamas like will bounce and follow you.
Yeah, that I'm trying to remember if anything in the first two episodes suggested that, or if that's a new little detail. Then we get to see
See
his.
them moving before.
Okay. Then we got to see his recklessness going, no, we should just go after the mysterious Digimon.
Mm, you're gonna get your ass whipped by an ultimate.
And as they research, stuff him in a bag. And then familiar looking mushroom. We get to see the Mushroom Brothers again. Chombomon's gone.
It's in pieces. Literally.
And then they clarify again that everyone can kind of notice Tomoro's e-pulse.
At least Digimon.
Yeah. Then we finally get introduced to Maki, who they had shown images of for a while. I like her. It was a bit on the nose for like a shadow broker type character for me, I think. There's nothing
Honestly,
wrong
she
with
just
it.
comes off as a regular ass bartender.
Yeah, it was the very much the stereotypical broker in the bar. Then they're like, it's a mysterious Haimon. No reports about the monkey Digimon. Kyo wonders if stuff's being hidden. I'm trying to decide if Yoshimura got a good intro or not. Like, he gave Reina a bit of ribbing, and that was kind of it, and then Secret Room. Uh, then here,
Like old clock. What the hell is it? What's his name for
Clockman.
hunters? Yeah, old clock man.
Yeah,
Gave
it,
those vibes.
yeah, it very much did. And then this is where we then get the exposition as to how the world works with cleaners. Um, the values, the bounty system, Haimon Scar not being worth much of anything, and Tomoro and Gekomon leave, and Yoshimura little very eager to jump to help, which is suggestive.
Does this old man know something?
Yeah, and here's where we start to. This is where the a little bit where the exposition starts to go a bit off the rails. I think they're like, oh, Hitomi's E pulse would already be eaten, so she isn't recoverable. Then they immediately go, Haimon don't always eat the E pulse that quickly, so maybe she is. And then because of the mushroom gang attack, it goes up to 100k. Am I wrong, or was there also the suggestion that maybe that wasn't why the bounty went up, and it was actually the government guy giving them a reason to go?
That's kind of what I'm leaning towards because just the timing of
Yeah,
that
it felt
seems
it
a
felt
little
yeah, it
suspicious.
felt like the Kinoko gang was kind of an excuse he was giving when he actually was giving them a reason to go, which is an interesting twist considering a lot of people are like, aha, it's an evil government setup. And it's like, it feels like they're purposely being a bit esoteric on stuff.
Like, okay, we'll throw you a bone because we want to get this kid on
Yeah.
board.
And then I was disappointed that it was Tomura on the eye catch. And even if it was a slightly different eye catch, they colored him differently.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be like Reina
Reina.
or
Yeah. I expected Reina that I thought they were gonna go through everyone. Yeah, it was Tomoro, but it was in the mirror world color shading. I was disappointed by that, honestly.
yeah.
Then we get, Glowing Dawn isn't worried about bounties. Gekomon runs off for E-Pulse, gets a tip about
Um,
trusting Yoshimura. Haimon grabs Gekomon, then Tomoro grabs him. They get dragged to Mirror World, which is the digital space we saw in episode 1. I like the quick I want revenge and then evolving to Fangmon.
I want to pet the puppy.
And then beating them with the cube thing, and then they're in the like polygon-esque mirror force, and then we get two Gekomons. I kind of like that they don't play with that.
Suspicious. Suspicious.
I mean, conceptually, I like that they didn't play with it too much about, oh, there's two of them, but also it's like the naming of the episode, which
Like,
was a bit,
which one is it?
yeah.
We don't know.
And then Wolvermon jumps in. It's interesting. I feel like a lot of people like Reina's the best character, and I agree, but also she's probably the most standard written.
Yeah, she's the
Tsundere.
hot-headed. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we get an explanation for Mirror World from Makoto. And like, hey, Fangman has two Sapotama E pulses, including Hitomi. Gekomon spits out the Sapotama. Then, the other Gekomon
It
turns
was
and
funny.
yeah. I like the Tomoro new and jams his mouth open can so him and Gekomon can grab the other one and
I
devolves.
really like that because it's kind of like a throwback to a lot of like, oh, big bad wolf in a cartoon, and they just shove a
Yes.
stick in its mouth.
I see. I thought that was on. I thought they were doing that on purpose, which I think worked well. Um, Tomoro's like, no, delete it. Gekomon doesn't want to. They argue. We get the Dark E Pulse. eyes go black, dashes to attack the baby. This is where we need to pause for a bit because this would be really cool if this was also not Galus Gamamon uh, in Ghost Game.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's neat. We're hitting an odd point where a lot of Beatbreak is pieces put together of other Digimon while they're also talking about doing something new and unique, which isn't necessarily bad, but the amount of times we're like, oh yeah, Digimon has to become we want to do something different, and it's just Lego pieces, sort of.
It's like, look, you kind of need the main kids Digimon to go a little fucking berserk because of their negative emotions.
But weirdly, there's actually a weird flaw. So Murasamon stops him, they battle, he beats Gekkomon, and Gekkomon's back to normal and confused what's happening. And Kyo's like, we don't delete Digimon. Doesn't matter if scientists call them glitch, they don't deserve to be deleted. The weird thing here is it never went back to a Digiegg, right? It just de-evolved after being beaten up. Is that does is that
Beamon did in the first episode as well.
yeah? So it's not necessarily, but that's where it gets weird. Like it's not a matter of glitches. It is still the evil thing. It never started over like we tend to get the visuals of in prior Digimon shows, which is a bit
Yeah,
of
it's not like a clean slate. It's just tiny now.
yeah. Um, then Hitomi wakes up. I like the Tomoro isn't going to go visit her. It's his fault, but it's actually proof they can cure his brother. One thing I'm very interested there, I can't decide if the Hitomi stuff's over or not.
You definitely see her popping back up again later.
Yeah. And then Tomoro's like, I went too far. Gekkomon has no memory of it, which weirdly, am I wrong? Or is that actually literally what happened to Gamamon? Where he wouldn't then remember, or am I mixing up with something else?
Pretty accurate because
Yeah.
Gamamon and Gulus were kind of like complete split
That's what I thought.
personalities.
See, the problem is, I thought I was imagining that, or forgetting. And he finally calls him Gekkomon instead of Lizard. Uh,
Lizard is such a cute name.
I think it. I still think it was a solid episode. The decompression to make the slow burn work. I'm not sure it works as well as it did in the first two because they're now telegraphing stuff a bit too much for me.
Also depends on like what the target audience is. Sometimes you have to rub it in their face.
They do, but this is where they kind of hedge on who the audience is, where they're like, oh, it's for kids because it's still 9 a.m. Sunday, but also it has to appeal to the now adult audience. Where they kind of say it's the audience of whatever makes sense at the time. It's still a solid episode. I just don't think it's as solid as the first two, at least for me.
Yeah, but still fun.
Yeah. I'm very interested in seeing what happens now that we're past the basic introduction stuff. Because the basic introduction stuff is always going to be a bit slower, a bit more wheel spinning to detail stuff.
It's like these are the characters, these are their motivations for the
Yeah.
most part, and these are the basic mechanics.
Yes. Although I will say, I can appreciate that they do the introduction thing, and they've actually gone through very few evolutions.
Yeah, I was expecting like a Gekkomon evolution almost immediately, but guess not for a while.
I feel like using Wolvermon worked well enough for that for the time being. But yeah, so 3 episodes in, solid start. Now's where we will probably start to see whatever the show is going to become. And I'm very interested in that.
Big
And
as motorcycles.
yeah. Okay, then cast stuff. So Maki is Mi Sonozaki, who's actually been in a decent number of Digimon. In 2020, she was Taichi and Hikari's mom, and she was Tailmon in all her forms.
Neat.
She was also the one where they hid that she was playing Dark Knightmon until later in the show, where they later said that the computer voice was actually her and them twisting her voice.
That's funny.
And she was Lilithmon in Ghost Game.
Fuck yeah.
Uh, Very long career, lots of roles. Most notable one for most people would be Viola in One Piece, Gertrude in Strike Witches, Sora in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. She's Crimson Viper in Street Fighter, who I think just got added in 6 a few days ago. And you ready for some dubbed over content? Peggy Carter in Marvel stuff. She's dubbed over for Lisa Cuthbert, Kirsten Dunst, Jordana Brewster, Anne Hathaway, Rose Byrne, um, Lucy McLean in the Die Hard movies, Daphne in the live action Scooby Doo movies, Lois Lane in Smallville, and Eve in Wally. And then Yoshimura is Yohei Tadano in his first Digimon role. He's Vegapunk in One Piece, Sebastian in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Darn Cornero in Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And he dubs
Damn.
over for Clint Eastwood, Willem Dafoe, Steve Buscemi. He's done Jiminy Cricket and Yoda. And,
Damn.
and Rick, the Japanese version of Rick from Rick and Morty. uh, Karozaki, who was Yuya Cheetah, his first Digimon role, Violence in Chainsaw Man, Charlotte in One Piece, Hendrickson in Seven Deadly Sins, and Frankenstein in Soul Eater. And one that I don't know if I missed it or if they didn't credit her before now, Amy Matsushima is the Sapotama. She did a bunch of bit roles in Ghost Game.
Neat.
And yes, I'm very much in chat. They're saying, Tadado's more known for dub roles. A lot of these actors are. Some of them just do so much that we only went over them minimally. Like Uchida does dub over for Ryan Gosling, Leonardo DiCaprio, James McAvoy. There's just too much to go over. Even Tadano, who I went over a number, the list of his dub over credits was so long it could have been an entire show.
Look, you go to the Anime News Network's encyclopedia and you just keep fucking scrolling down and down and
Oh
down.
no, I go to Wikipedia to check the dub over roles also. His dub over list is so cartoonishly large, you wouldn't believe it. Then next time in Digimon Beatbreak is episode 4, Family. We get the motorcycle. Has he, has he done anything major since the Metal Garurumon episode of 2020?
No, not at all. And I wonder if any of this is going to be parodying Fast and the Furious.
It would be amusing. Then we have some episode 2 production art from Chief Animation Director Takahiro Kojima. I
I was
love
listening behind the
I
scenes.
love that they're giving us so much production artwork.
Please continue to give us more production artwork.
Then they showed off the animation Noriyuki Hirota did for the Reina at the beginning of the evolution sequence. He actually noted he wasn't sure what size the Sapotama should be when she's holding it for it, so he actually 3D printed egg models to use as reference. And then he showed that off.
That
And
is very cool.
yeah, and we also got a clip of the drawings for the Gekomon Haimon battle in episode 2. So very neat. Mad Pulse by Mad Kids getting 2 CDs December 24th. Pre-orders open for that. They appear to be the same minus the color of the cover, and Type A gets a 16-page booklet. And there's also pre-order bonus items. Then we had said that there would be some sort of Beat Break stuff at IGN. It was a 1-minute clip of episode 3 before it aired.
Who
A number of Japanese fans were very confused as to if the episode had leaked or something because, good quality screenshots showing up halfway through the week with no context for them. So, then we also got episode 3 production art, which these are actually sketches done on paper for corrections by general animation director Akihiro Asanuma.
on paper instead of just exclusively digitally, but
I feel like the best one here is Gekomon. That nice vertical shot.
yeah.
Then for those served by Toei Europe, which is Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, They're giving away a print of the Beatbreak key art by producer Nobuharu Takada. Contest is open for a bit. They're giving away 2 of them. They also put up a behind the scenes. Sorry, what were you saying, Dev?
Unexpected.
I like how it's a print, but it looks like they've printed it on a Shikishi frame. Very neat looking. They also did a behind the scenes of the making of the Mad Pulse music video. I've not had time to watch that though, but it looks neat.
Me either. It's like, I'll get
Yeah.
to it later.
And then throughout the episode, various V Jump stuff from today. This month in V Jump was very much, there's not much to talk about, so we're going to do a lot of this thing's out now. So, like, Beat Break got a 2-page. It's like, Gekomon has an unprecedented personality. There's a new Digimon in episode 1. The relationship between the characters is important, and can he save his brother?
All the Digimon in episode 1 are new except for one.
Yeah. Then they're also like, here are some keywords to remember: the Shangri-La Egg and Mirror World. And Terriermon's like, I want to see Geckomon's evolutions. And they also went over the round 1 collaboration and the Brujula products that are up for sale. All very interesting. Nothing very new. This is very much if you have not seen it yet, here's some advertising pages. Go see it.
Yep.
And then Time Stranger. So the anime short came out. Did you watch it yet, Dev?
Yes, I actually liked it. It was very nice.
I like it. I one. Am I wrong, or did the song work better here than in the music video?
It did. It matched. It synced up very well.
Yeah. I also like that it gives Yuta some agency in the story.
It also just looked really nice too.
Yeah, I'm not commenting too much because it connects to the game maybe more than you'd expect. I love Revelmon Deputymon as the hero character and the evolution of Justimon.
I like that he's a gun, but then he turns into something that's just punches and kicks things.
You want to know what the weirdest part is, though? It's Yuichi Nakamura playing him. Unless I missed him in the credits, he's not in the game. And he's been a few relevant Digimon characters before. He's Charismon and Atmon and Ryuji in Hacker's Memory. I don't think he's in the game. It's possible I missed him, but I don't think he was. Yeah, very neat to get that after. I was very amused by it. I would definitely
Like,
recommend
oh, this
watch.
actually makes me want to play the game.
Yeah, it really does frame some stuff from the game really well. To be honest, I really enjoyed it. It's not deep. It's just fun. Then we got a preview clip of Deputymon, which makes sense, and they're giving away a script signed by the cast of the short. I love the cover has Justymon on it.
Very like I know Justimon is obviously Common Rider, but this particular pose on it gives like Turbo Common Rider vibes.
No, I was gonna say it gives Flash vibes.
Yeah, I can see that, but
Yeah.
still more
No,
Rider.
you're right. Yeah, very common writer. Just to me, for some reason, I went weird. It looks like the Flash. Someone in chat is asking us to elaborate, but I'm not sure on what. So let us find out.
Specify.
Yeah, we need to find out what to elaborate on because we're willing to. Oh, okay. They meant what did I mean by Flash? Yeah, Flash the DC superhero. Because it very much looks like how he would be animated in a number of cartoons where they would uh, have his arms go up in a really e- expanded way to really show him like kind of like doing the Tom Cruise cutting through the air thing.
Like
Yeah,
he's super running.
yeah. Then they put up a Time Stranger survey to give your thoughts on the game, the franchise, what made you decide to buy it. Mention us, wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, you have about another 9.5-ish days to fill that out. So if you played the game, definitely want to fill that out. They also did just a Justimon preview clip. Uh, Also Titamon and Skull Beluchimon. Then
He's
they
on a horse.
so now here's what's funny. When I opened up VJump today, I'm like, oh man, 3 pages and a lot of text is gonna be a pain in the ass. I start looking, I'm like, oh, none of this is actually new. This is very much this is like a marketing for people who have not gotten the game yet. Because I start
Yep.
going through it, and it's like, oh, it's basic intro stuff. Like um, one of the things, like in this area, there are traps you can hit, so watch out.
We get you.
Yeah. Um, they were doing a contest for those who got the physical issue, along with a code for some consumables. I will be curious to see if they do those for the West in any way. I don't expect it, but we'll see. But yeah, very nice layout. I feel like this layout would have worked really well right before the game came out rather than, you know,
After.
yeah. Like, it feels like this would have worked because this would have been 2 weeks before the game came out, about the last issue, because it was about the 19th. I think this
Yeah, it
probably,
usually comes out the 21st officially.
well, no, it's the 21st, except for when the 21st falls on certain days, and then it gets bumped to the Friday before, regardless of the day. So this was the 19th. The one before was like the 19th. But yeah, nice preview. It feels like this would have been better before the game, though. And then Liberator episode 19, part 1. I felt so fucking disconnected reading this.
Wait, what the fuck is going on? Like, I
Yes.
know
Okay.
almost every week we have that thing where, like, hey, does it feel like we missed something? And
No.
then we go back and check the previous chapter to make sure we didn't accidentally
So
skip something, but it turns out we didn't, and it was just like that.
So it's weird. I started reading, I'm like, oh, it's neat, Shoto stuff. And then it's like, I don't know if Shoto was in the midst of trying to get to Unchained and Xeno last time we saw him or not. I honestly can't recall.
He
Like,
was just kind of, wandering around
yeah.
somewhere.
And then weirdly, they're like, Shoto's like, I've realized we have to protect the world. And it's like, wait, what? Shoto,
You've been doing that!
yeah. And then Xeno's upset. He's a mid boss. It's weird because it had no energy for me because it's everything with Shoto and Xeno has been so like, when's the last time we heard from Xeno really? Was it that chapter that explained him becoming Xeno like 2 or 3 months ago in the novel?
In the novel. Yeah, that's it. Just the novel, and then
Yeah.
before that, it was chapter one of Liberator.
Yeah. And then like Zenith's getting angry that Shoto won't call him Xeno and he's disrespecting the world building. It feels like a wink at fans who are taking things a bit too serious.
Also, it's like, how dare you dead name me?
And then they jump over the whole match to Owen showing up and Shoto's lost in Terramon's an egg.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I hit the end, I'm like, it really wants to be a dramatic and serious chapter. It's back to the main story. It was just very flat to me because it's so disconnected from half a year of storytelling.
Everything. And also, Unchained is there and just kind of like chilling in the
To be
background
fair,
and watching.
she's kind of been chilling even when she's been like doing stuff. That part I didn't mind, but I just felt so disconnected from everything else. Yeah, I just
Episode 4. Yeah.
I'm hoping part 2 will be better now that we're a bit back in the thick of it. God, I thought of what. Okay, part 2 would be worst for me if it is just showing us the battle that we've already saw the end to now.
Oh God.
I really hope they don't do that. And then out
I
of
just
no,
want Zeno acting like a spurned ex
to be fair, he kind of already is. So you kind of already got that.
in front of Owen.
And then to be more confused, this isn't bad. This is confusing because wow, last minute, um, a new one-shot manga from Ayumi Minato, who did Digimon Paradox, Digimon Believers, will be in the next issue of Psycho Jump, which is in 2 weeks.
I'll take it.
So will I. The teaser text is the main character is by himself, but accompanied by Kyokomon, and has some type of weapon. I'm very curious to see.
He's got a gun.
Yeah, very interesting to have that like revealed at us quickly. I'm very interested in
Maybe
that.
need more space on to fill in.
Yeah. And then we got a preview of the Cross Wars VPET from Bandai Mania. I like them showing off various tweaks that have they took off some battle stuff from Godzilla. I think the weight having an effect was from the Monster Hunter one.
I did not play the Monster Hunter one because
I
that one
did.
was very expensive.
Yeah, I didn't. I just was. I may be mixing it up with something else, but yeah, they're taking various battle stuff from other ones. There's the adventure mode. We also got the sprite of Armamon, who, to be fair, the silhouette was not really hiding who it was.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. But yeah, it's neat. Um, I th- this is sort of exactly what we hoped would happen when they start doing the Digimon Color, which is they made a modern VPET platform, so do stuff with it.
Also, I love all the little Cross Wars sprites. They make me happy.
I know they look so good.
Also, please buy this so that they can make a Twilight version.
I'm not sure they will, even if it will sell well, because there's no programming difference in these.
I will have to do it myself.
But yeah, these really look nice. And then, man, it's not often we get to talk about X Evolution. So first up, as a belated part of its 20th anniversary celebration, it's streaming on YouTube in Japan for 2 weeks. And then we knew around when they did the exhibition for Adventure, director Kakudo was trying to find some of his files for it, but couldn't. He finally found the storyboard, so he went over it in detail along with some images. 370 storyboard pages over 3 volumes.
Jesus.
Yeah, but what's interesting is some of the details he gives are stuff that we've heard before, and it still isn't clear how it would have worked at times. Like, for example, um, he goes, it's sometimes mentioned it may have been planned, but he never heard about it, about if it would get a theatrical release. And in production, they weren't doing like theatrical resolution or quality. So, like, we know when they announced X Evolution, they announced it as a full length feature. They didn't technically say theatrical. He also mentioned the idea that the plan was that it would be 3 OVAs that would play at the beginning of 3 games originally. I'm I've always been curious if that is accurate or if it would have come with 3 games because like the storyboards, it was called Digimon Chronicle. It was going to just an adaptation of the mini comic, which is what it is. I don't know if that would have worked as part of 3 games split like that. So I wonder if it was going to be OVAs that were going to be included with games because that used to be
I would
somewhat common.
assume, yeah, yeah, because I have like the dot hack games, and I'm pretty sure like at least one of those came with just like
Yeah,
an extra disc that had like
yeah,
an episode on it.
yeah. I expect that's what it's because the way he talks about it, and remember he didn't work in the game division, so he may have just been his interpretation of what was said. What the way he talks about it, it seemed almost like you would watch an episode before playing the game. I don't know if that would work. He mentions Bandai took the lead in creating the story, and he actually joined after the script was finished.
Okay.
So yeah, so lots of interesting stuff there. Plenty to read. I hope we get to see more of the storyboards because, man, 300 pages is so good.
It is a lot more than I expected for.
Well, you have to remember they did a lot of shots to show off the CGI models.
Okay.
So yeah, that eats up pages. Then for cards, V-Jump showed off a Digimon deck. We also have all the card images from Booster Set 23 Hacker Slumber and recent promo packs. And Card Battle did another subbed episode. Mother Eater versus
So
Poseidon. Yeah. Then, so this is an interesting one. The Digimon Adventure art pop-up is coming back again. This is the third or fourth time. Third?
I feel like it's at least the third. I think it's the third.
Yeah, I think that's right. So this one is going to be at the Osaka Asahia bookstore in Namba City. It's going to be October 31st through November 30th. It looks like they have everything the last pop-up shop had, except the label cans. I assume because they're only doing the Beatbreak ones at the moment. The art is so good for all these. Yeah, good. And then we found out about this the day it opened. A Digimon pop-up shop opened in California at Misua Marketplace, San Jose, and it'll be open until December 5th.
If I have any relatives near there that I can go and pester to go and take pictures.
A few people have sent me pictures that will be in the weekend batch. More pictures from anyone who goes will be very welcome.
Oh, that's convenient. Better than me going, it's like, hey, I know I only see you at like weddings and funerals, but can you go and get some pictures?
Yes. Someone grabbed pictures and sent them to us. Yeah, so those will be in the weekend post. Also, the more I see that generic brand logo, the more I really don't like it.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I fucking hate it.
it really does not work well, especially with something like Beat
It's
Break that.
bad, and whoever made it should feel bad about it.
But like even Beat Break has like a very stylish logo. It fits really well.
Yeah, this just sucks.
Yeah, and then
Like, congrats on making it worse.
Hey Dev, this is gonna shock you. The poll results for favorite armor evolution from the Digimental of Miracles. The winner was Magnamon.
They were obviously stuffing about with that one.
The funny part is the people who stuffed about always say they do it so that Digimon that aren't popular get a chance. Except they also always go for Magnamon when possible, and Magnamon's one of the most popular Digimon there is. 67% of the vote. Although honestly, that's so solidly Magnamon that you can't even tell if it's ballot stuffing or not. And
Like, we knew. We
poor
knew.
poor Eliphamon, 2.1%.
Right where he fucking belongs.
Yeah, the only one who really had a good showing outside of Magnamon is Maildramon, who 11.7 actually feels a bit high, even if he was the obvious second place.
I mean, that was my vote, but I just really fucking love that design.
Oh no, it's a neat one. It was solidly second place. And then uh, from the weekend batch stuff. So first up, Titamon and Skull Beluchimon got a reference book update. Does that feel like it doesn't really deserve a reference book update? It's not really an evolution. It's Titamon sitting on Skull Beluchimon.
Yeah, that's wait, he put like little reins on him. There's a difference.
Eh, you're not wrong, but also, eh.
Hey, if the Jiraimon that has like little holiday theme can have its own Wikimon page,
Okay,
this
no,
guy
but
can.
Wikimon's page setup is stupid, and you know it, and they don't give him a reference book update. In fact, doesn't Wikimon have Angelmon listed as an ultimate because the holiday one was an ultimate in the battle thing in the Vital Bracelet because all the bosses were ultimates?
Probably.
Then they put up a bit of promo art of Kyo and Kugermon to remind people of the various Japanese streaming catch-up services. That's such a good image. That's not a screen cap, is it? That's actually like promo art.
Huh? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It
I
it
mean, it
it
could be a screenshot.
it. I'm trying to decide, like, did we see this in episode 2 or 3? And I'm like, I don't know. I hedge. It's a promo image. I don't think it's a screenshot, but yeah, it's good art regardless.
I want to pet the kitty.
Then Megumi-han did one of the Beatbreak cans after she got back from New York Comic Con, and she got one of the ones with the keychains.
Aw,
That is very solid luck.
we're very happy for her.
Then a few more pictures of the UK pop-up shop and some of their giveaway stuff, like the coloring sheet for Beatbreak. Very neat, doing a little coloring stuff.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Then some images of New York Comic Con. So Megumi Han there at the panel doing signings.
Her
To-
outfit is absolutely on point.
yeah. And then Toei putting up more images, including various Digimon cosplayers at the event. Some great fucking costumes. Did you see the Agunimon?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I've seen that cosplayer at another convention a while back. I
Oh,
think possibly maybe Katsucon.
yeah. I feel like my favorite is the Omegamon one, which I think is that partially paper mache.
It
It,
looks like EVA foam.
okay, see, some of that looks like that, like cardstock to me. You think that's all foam?
Looks like foam.
Okay, I'm bad at recognizing the costume stuff, anyways. I defer to you on that. It looks very neat. All the costumes were pretty great. Uh, Also, God bless them. They do that Gekomon is very clearly like that Harrismon, where it's that foam junk.
Yeah, where it's like an entire body is the body is like upholstery foam.
Yeah. No, no, no. I mean the internal foam. The where like
Yeah,
where people are always like, oh,
yeah, it's like solid.
where people are always like, oh, it's so soft to a hug. It's like, no, that's not going to be very
No, it's not.
pleasant. Yeah.
No, this is very dense.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing has to hold up in really good condition for a year. Then the card game art this time so fucking good. Arisa stressing out while working on entrance exams, and Violet's cheering her on, who already has gotten into her college of choice. I don't know why. Is this like the best social art we've gotten of Violet?
Her expressions are amazing, and also her drills are. They're very zigzaggy
Yeah,
today.
it's so good. Then Liberator art from Usagi Bochi and Tomo One. Very nice for the return of Shoto.
Also, I really love having Muchomon in there in the one picture.
Well, it's fun. It's funny because the comic always clarifies this, but it feels like art and card stuff doesn't. He has two partners.
It'd be really cool if they did some sort of Jogress within an upcoming chapter.
It it would be neat. I'm not expecting because it doesn't feel like they're going that way to me, but it feels like they should, especially since they're both birds.
Wait, what if it's one bird riding the other?
Did they get in the reference book because there's a chain involved?
Yes, yes.
That is acceptable. Then we get some beat break art from some of the stuff. So, character designer put up art of Makoto and Chiratmon. Uh,
It's adorable.
it's so good. I have to say, I'm enthralled with him drawing the beat break logo every time. Also, his very high energy drawing of the number. Akimini Aki worked on the episode, posted some art of Tomoro. And the Digimon TV account put up art of Gekomon. That's actually really good art of Gekomon, honestly.
Staring into my soul.
Okay, then in chat, you can throw up your questions as we start with the ones we're sending ahead of time. Someone said, "Do you think we'll get Digimon comics or new Digimon mangas?" Now, Dev, you can confirm I sent this to you
We
last.
kind of are.
So the funny thing, Dev, you can confirm I sent you these questions like late in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
And then by the time I woke up, new manga was announced. Now I'm going to assume
It
they
was
mean,
it was summoned.
yeah, I'm going to assume they meant ongoing and not one that will show up in 2 weeks. But yeah,
Look, they didn't specify, so this counts.
yeah. My see, I was thinking about my answer last time. It's like, yeah, I don't expect anything more than minimal until Liberator's done. It's like, aha, one shot.
Good enough.
Yeah. Hi, Iron Fist. Just to let you know, I believe you were taking what someone said as a joke seriously, unless I've misunderstood the announcement of the comic. Then someone said, when you don't want to make food and you go out to relax and feel better, what do you tend to get at a time like that?
Weeb shit.
I have a Mexican place like 3 minutes away from my door, so I get fajitas.
I desire weeb snacks.
Any specific or just generically? Like, are you happy with Pocky or do you need like ramen?
Need like tonkatsu and onigiri and like the nicer stuff.
Okay, you mean the
But
night? You mean the nicer stuff that like you can have as a meal?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Here's a good one from Matt Labs. What would we like to see in a Digimon Nintendo game?
Like Nintendo as an NES
I think they mean
style
it.
retro game.
I think they mean Nintendo as, and this is me speaking for them. They can correct me in the chat. I assume they mean like if Nintendo were to be involved in the making of a Digimon game, what would we like to see? And honestly, I feel like we already saw it, and it was Nintendo and Bandai working together, which was Pokken, which was the Pokemon fighting game, the
Yeah,
3D fighter. I feel like that as Digimon is what I would want.
yeah, and that would be better than the fighting games that we do have for the series so far because
See, it's
fuck,
fun.
this
Yeah,
series can't get any lower.
it's funny because we have five of them plus some inter ones. Like
You-
Rumble Arena, I understand people like it. I don't think it's very good. Rumble Arena 2, I love, but it's fucking horrendous. I love
we're nostalgic for it. It looked cool, but the handling
also
of the
I
actual mechanics is fucking
I
wretched.
love the Battle Spirits games, but those are terrible. Like
And All Star Rumble was the worst thing I have
so you
ever
know what the
fucking
funny part
played.
is? The more people I talk to who played our All Star Rumble, I get the feeling it isn't that bad. It's just not what people wanted.
Mechanically, it's fucking trash.
I mean, a lot of party fighters are though. I get the feeling it was fun enough.
Like the standards are already so low,
Yeah.
but they have to
Oh,
fucking dig.
and App Lab said we got it right. It was what if Nintendo was involved in making a Digimon game. So yeah. But yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that was a chat question. Okay, one sentence. Someone asked or said, if Time Stranger was my first JRPG, what would you say to try next that goes bigger? Since you've mentioned the sense of scale is not big enough for Time Stranger, and they haven't played the genre before due to lack of time and it taking up too much, but they have time now. I feel like there's two obvious ones to recommend in the year 2025. The
Final
first
Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy VII remake, I feel like is a good recommendation because very big, good start. You can find it cheap now, and it's very action in its gameplay. Um, the
A good storyline,
no, it
fun
is.
characters.
The other good recommendation is Dragon Quest 11S, which is just like the most massive, giant, polished, classic style JRPG. And chat has a good recommendation: play Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a bad
Actually,
recommendation.
I'm going to suggest play The World Ends With You.
See, I feel like the one issue with the World Ends You as a starter is some of the gameplay elements is a bit weird enough that it feels like it would scare someone away if they're not familiar with JRPGs. Especially in some of the versions that try to make up for not having the dual screen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's one of those where like it's sort of like a lot of people liked Wonderful 100 on the Wii U, and there are ports now for other systems. But that game so inherently needs two screens that like you have to have a screen in the corner, like that.
Yeah, like I'm remembering where I had to like kind of rig the Switch version to play like the DS version.
Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about World Ends with You or Wonderful 101?
World Ends With You.
Yeah, I think World Ends with You is a great place to go. I'm just not sure it's the first place to go if Time Strange is the first JRPG they've done. I think after they've played a game or two, that's definitely a place to go though.
Any of the Tales of games
Though,
or
yeah,
the remakes of would be pretty accessible
and a
currently.
and a lot of those have been getting remakes, so that's actually a really good one.
Yeah, they're on Steam, they're
Yeah.
on other systems.
Let's see. Oh, we've been asked, would we like a new Sly Cooper game to reboot? That's just, I have to be honest, I never really played much Sly Cooper. It looks fine. It just was in the age of look at all these 3D platformers, and there were runs that look better to me.
I never played it.
In the entire 90
I
Fist,
don't know anyone who did.
let's see. Entire, oh, it's follow up to the JRPG when Tiny Iron Fist asks, aren't some of the story beats upsetting? Uh, I do you think that's about The World Ends with You, or is that about which JRPG do you think he's referring to?
I mean, in a lot of
Yeah,
JRPGs, there's at least some point where
yeah,
it's like, oh, shit,
yeah,
shit, damn.
yeah. Dev is very much correct there. Most JRPG. Oh yeah, they're saying The World Ends with You.
Yes, but it's fucking amazing, and it kind
Yeah.
of gives me the will to live. So
No, you're right, and she's right. They have most JRPGs will have upsetting story beats. Um, World Ends with You definitely does them good though. Then actually, Tiny. Okay, wait. We have a question from Tiny Iron Fist that her question matches up with the last question we were sent ahead of time, so chat can throw more questions in. The question that was sent in was: now that Digimon Beatbreak is out, plus the new game, what products do you think we'll see in the next year for them? And Tiny Iron Fist asked, "What Beatbreak Digimon would you have as a plushie?" So
Mon, no hesitation. Gimme, 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 gimme.
I feel like I would probably go with the stereotypical Geckomon.
I mean, but are they gonna look as good
Okay,
as the one that they kind of towed around to the events?
okay, but but okay, listen to my idea. The Geckomon one, you do it like the Garfield ones that stick to the inside of the car window.
That would be perfect. But is there also a suction cup on the tongue?
Yes, and the tongue can stretch.
Perfect.
And Stark points out Pristimon feels like it was meant to be a plush, but also a big giant Cougarmon one that you could just lean back on.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, yeah, I can't even imagine how much like a giant one like that would be. Oh, and then also point out chat. What about new cups and travel mugs? So it feels like we actually get those at pop-up shops. So I actually would not be shocked if we get those. It- Somewhere did we already see a Beat Break cup, Dev?
I don't remember. If we did, it was probably just like the generic logo art on it. Actually, was it part of the round one thing?
Mm, Oh no, are we thinking of the adventure one that was going to be at that one event? Where it was like a tumbler? I think that was adventure, not beat break. But, but yeah, it does feel like we've seen some cups lately, so I would expect one of those. Then okay, I guess what do we expect to see? It feels like plushies are like the most obvious answer.
What do you call it? Blah blah blah. The little gotcha game minis, like little tiny figures or ones that cling to cables.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen some of those in a while, huh? Uh,
Also tiny acrylic keychains that are also in the gotcha
oh, they've
machines.
already done those.
Oh, okay. Well, I was right, so
You know what we haven't seen for a while that I think would work well? The Shoto figures, the tiny ones. The last we saw, was it for 2020 or did we get some for Ghost Game?
no, it was just for 2020,
Oh no,
and
wait,
they
wait.
got
We got
released again during Ghost Game.
there was also a few 02 ones, weren't there? Like there was an Imperial Dramon one. I think
Real Dramon.
there was like a Black War Greymon and
Is there a Pale Dramon or
I think so. There was there was a Shoto. 1 second. Shoto 02. I want to see because I feel like yeah, I think you're right. You're right. It was Pale Dramon and Black War Greymon in a set.
them? Oh, one thing that would be good. The I know they haven't done in a while, but the little mini figures, the Digimon set,
Yeah, we have not.
those but for Beat Break.
We definitely got those for Ghost Game. I know we did. So yeah, bring those for another round for Beat Break would be good.
Like they're the perfect size. The proportions would look really great with the partner Digimon.
Oh yeah, chat. Okay, chat also says, how about Sleep Sunwear and Sapotama coming out never? I would not bet against the Sapotama to be honest. Like it feels like that is the type of thing where if you could put on one of the screens from the 25th anniversary Digivice and just make it a small handheld egg thing, you could do something with that. I think.
Actually, the recent Tamagotchi Pokemon crossover color thing, I feel like that's kind of the format already that would be good for a Sapotama.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if we got one of those. I have to be honest, I don't know what Tail Bronx is.
I have never heard of that either.
Oh wait, here we go. Little Tail. It's. I guess they're asking about. Do we think it would be a collaboration? It's. I think I accidentally fell on like a lore page about it or something. I honestly can't tell. Oh, game universe. Uh, it feels like it's something it could be. The answer is definitely not a no. I just don't know enough about it to like comment in a way that makes sense. But the answer is definitely not no. Especially since it appears it's made by CyberConnect 2, which makes a lot of Bandai's anime games. And chat wants us to know it's a lot of furries, and that's all we need to know. So probably.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, and Dev sent over a picture of the Pokemon thing she was talking about. Yeah, that really does feel like you just reshaped that a bit, and that's a Sapotama. Okay, I think that is it for chat questions. Let's see. Dev, what Wikimon article would you like people to read?
Since we're already talking about eggs, Devi Tamamon.
Ooh, Devi Tamamon.
Because I remember a while back we did Digitamamon when I was thinking about eggs for having dinner after podcasts. So,
That would you imagine pops out of the egg?
nom 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 nom. Yes.
That's a good choice. So I can be found with the will as always. We will see you guys next week with another episode of Beatbreak to talk about, and plenty of. They are keeping up with the news.
There's so much.
So we will catch you guys next time. Thank you everyone for showing up. Bye.
Bye.